Ancient warriors of these hills are coming and going. In its route, we're actually back to the same place that I started, or nearly started. But I mentioned Sidmouth. This was written in Sidmouth. But it's kind of fictitious-ized itself as well. So it's my spirit ground when I was young. So I do refer to it. So let's have a bit of this. I'd like to say that it was a remarkable event that Ash and I found ourselves. He went out of his way to hitchhike to see me, to tell me to, on another occasion, down to Sidmouth Folk Festival. Again, Sidmouth will come with me. And he says, are you going to come to this wilderness festival? And I thought, oh God, I've got to get up there and back from there. And it's like another festival for no money, and I'm going to come away with less. And also, I don't expect we're actually going to get much time because everyone plays rock and roll. They've got the switch and they can go loud. And we've just got our voices. And even if we do get on a stage, there's some funk band wants to come along and play that, like. Anyhow, I didn't even have a tent. I asked the goddess, if you want me to go there and glorify your name, provide me with the wherewithal to get there and back again. Now, she did more than provide, actually. Well, actually, she didn't. She just provided. That's what I asked for. I got there and back. I won't go into that story. I will just say, and it was a remarkable story. I just say that with my non-tent, well, it was a sort of tent, if you know me at all. Like, I don't have many things. And it's on his I think it was his last episode, and I thought it was more like a token tent. I didn't put it up. I sort of slept near it. I think I tried. However, when I woke in the morning, at my feet was this antler. These are tines, by the way, wonderful tines. This was at my feet. I thought it was a stick, but it was not. I chose to read great significance into it, and we went down there and vanquished. We came together. The forces of nullification and void were swept aside. We made a fireside event happen, which gave us satisfaction, and we're pretty difficult to please, is it not? I mean, we've been traipsing around doing this for more going out than coming in for many years, and it's not that much fun. But by this campfire, we've won, and I shall use that kind of, we succeeded. We were satisfied. And I'd woken up in the morning with this at my feet, and I thought that was, well, look, let me read into that, if you don't mind. So I'm just brandishing this about this place in view of our bardic birth. So now I'm going to tell you a little story. This is probably this is coming from the hill. I like to go to hills and trip and then tell a story about it. So, ancient warriors of these hills, dome dwellings, were crafting. Bent with their fingers' skill that formed also, partly, the land as it does lie. Well before the plough, now obscured to modern eye. Yet, what I was taught was that was prehistory's harsh, barbaric trash, that lot. Yet, for me, they are past, present, and future, calling to task. That's what. Let us go with them now, through ages seen, in time's omnipotent eye, that knows all beneath this sun-sentinel sky, to find a human mirth, a great girth of worth. For me, this hilltop laughs. For me, its people still walk the earth. And so, for me, the right one, they say, well, I may do right, but left is a much maligned way. Yet, where'er I go, I will tap bardic flow, and look with an eye that once I know scried a landscape. I dreamed I'd seen scenes of their houses, hovels and homes. 100 hosts. I saw all sorts, I'm sure. Youthful, grown, elder and child, living close, encamped in the land that they loved the most. Calling to me as I sit with Crow, and my cloak opens up this vista to you. Once peopled these hills, once peopled again. Build harmoniously now, for foundations remain. Yes, again, comes the timeless refrain. For the time is now when bards wake from death. Yay. Where Inquisition fires took up our mortal flesh, yet from where we were burned that time has its turn. And we must awake from our forced sleep, no longer held back on the pain of that sorrow, but skywarding forward with a song for tomorrow. It's a song that is new, and it's one that I borrowed. It's a message of hope on an old rotten road. It's a vow that is taken. It's not about faking, it's about healing the stealing of those Incas' gold. Because I tell no lies, my lyre shall spell it out. From where we began. See through such eyes as we have discussed. See through the surrounding golf course, such I curse, to one metropolis top. Megalithic city of one common lot. Revealed as words unveil the trail from past to future, this culture hails. Our purposes now must entwine to survive. It's climate change, surely, which is showing us why. It's here and it's now and it's every place. Watch now while this all shows a face. And if we can attend, we'll work out the how. With action, make means to change all this now. Repeople the hills with harmonious homes. I know that the council will quickly evict all the domes, but here's my own future vision. Once a split-second glimpse of how we can be living in synergistic style digs that fit in with our needs, not exacerbate greeds that have gotten us all into these perilous fields. Once an atom is split, there's no denying it. Yet James Lovelock chains Gaia to the nuclear path, dares not to say and that this age may pass without machines' exponential need for more power to be our only choice in this deadly hour. What? Atomics for fuel? Who's fooling who? We don't need that much. More subtle a touch. Living in a hut, it's a hint. With wind and solar, if we catch gust and glint. It's spoken out loud by this common bard. And other brave questers, many at large, who are making great gestures to sort out this farce. I know what's done could be said to be sparse, but vision seeded this poem and instructs that it will last. And we shall be freed from the national grid's clasp. Go then, spun out some blessed plot. It's not something one has got, it's not something one can own, yet some kind of magic matriculation we are shown. It's granted because we're born from it. I've seen it visioned, and the vision fits into the hill's environment. I know that there are those who will resent, but that world is vulnerable, stuck in cement, general government, war, Tax Enclosures Act. What can a poor man say? Well, ancient hills speak of another way. So, from a vision seeded in my 19th year, much has arrived in this time, it has appeared. Dear people, it's a common future dream in the face of 10,000, 10 million techno-dyslogical nightmare schemes. 4. Poesy and technos. In the original tongue, our poetry and technology as they now are sung. Our essences made from intellect's raw hewn hearts newly divorced from the fable in the intellectual cradle of ancient Greek minds. The effect of such sages through subsequent ages was thought to be good, but has proven unkind, for it formed a disunion, polarized human kin from inside the mind, so to outside at large. Sad societies' wars, violent cycles cause, making rife the broken lives that lead to sharper knives, longer, stronger, better, till gunpowder bangs and atomic dust is result of our crimes. It is a logical step. So, here's one to bless. I suggest it is best to take the best of the rest, attest that we have raped with the worst of machines, acknowledge that we can also clean up these schemes. A conquest internal to external heal. A radical reach out, one we can all feel. For technos is not wrong or in itself bad, yet balance to poesy once we all had. Who can reach out o'er this dying land? Who can draw forest from desert sand? Who can resolve conflict? Be not fearful of love. So we can be happy below as above. There's a culture here that's speaking so clear of mending and blending, not bleeding and bombing. We are eternal kin of the human race. We have inherent compassion, poise, and grace. Beautiful lives if we'll give them a go. I hope you've enjoyed this little bardic show.
Yes.
Yes.